NotebookLM is the most slept-on AI tool in the market right now. Google has built an absolute monster with this one. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to level up your research and learning by using it. Let's crack on. So to start, let's actually have a real use case of something a business owner or an entrepreneur would want to learn. So let's say they want to implement a monthly newsletter, but have no experience of doing so in the past. This is something you could use Notebook LM for to learn, to research about and learn about, and then go and implement. So in the past, if you didn't have a tool like Notebook LM out there, um, you would be jumping between blog posts, YouTube videos, PDF, books, podcasts, and trying to like collate all the information manually into a written notebook, and then trying to pull out learnings and all that kind of stuff. It's just a real tedious process um, to learn, but not anymore. So let's dive in. What you can see on the screen right now is Notebook LM. The URL is notebooklm.google. So you go here. I've obviously got an account, so I'll jump straight in. And what you'll see here is notebooks. That's kind of the organizing layer or concept within Notebook LM. Essentially, think of a notebook here as, a research or study folder. And so let's me create a new notebook. So when you go to create a notebook, the first thing it's going to ask you to do is add sources. So there's two ways you can add sources. You can have all these different sources on a topic that you've kind of gone out and pulled, and you can manually add them, right? So you can upload, files here. You can add them from Google Drive. You can add links from website, YouTube. You can copy and paste text into your notebook, or you can ask Notebook LM to go and pull in some sources for you. So I'm going to ask Notebook LM to pull in some sources because I think this is actually a great starting point when you're starting a notebook. And so let me write for that use case. Let's say I run a local pest management company. Teach me about how to set up and run a successful monthly email for my business. Okay. So what this should do is should go out and discover sources that are relevant for me, for what I've just asked. Okay, just give it a minute. All right, so you can see all the sources. It's pulled just a lot of websites. So pest control, email templates, email marketing strategies for pest control, email marketing for tips for pest control owners. Okay, these all look relevant. I'm not going to go through them all, talk about spam app. I'm just going to assume they're all correct. You can see it's just actually pulled from websites, right there. But like I said, you can actually manually sources. But let me just do a quick read of this and see. From the 10 sources, these sources offer a comprehensive look into effective email marketing strategies, particular for pest control businesses. They highlight the importance of complying with regulations like CAN-SPAM Act, which governs commercial emails. The text emphasize building quality email lists, personalizing content. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Right, it's giving a summary based on these 10 specific resources. It is then actually prompting me for some questions I should be asking. So I could obviously ask my own questions. But before I do that, I'm actually going to hit this in the top right-hand corner, deep dive conversation. I'm going to generate this audio clip that takes a couple of minutes so you can see it, how long it takes to generate. But let's come back to these, the 10 sources. So, okay, that kind of makes sense. I could ask questions. You guys should all be familiar asking questions into an AI chat model like, ChatGPT. I'll ask a question, it'll come back with an answer. So I won't do that right now, but what I will do is say this summary kind of felt like it was missing something. I could go and pull and add my own sources, right? So I'll just show you what that looks like. Let's just go YouTube video, email marketing. All right, let's pull this in here. All right, say I thought on this, I don't know if this is a good video or a great source or not, but I'm just showing you how I've gone and found a video, thought maybe, hey, it was missing a certain topic around here or a certain piece of information. I can literally just come here. I've got the link for the YouTube, paste it in, and now it's actually added that as a source. So now I not only chatting to the 10 that Notebook LM's gone and found, I've added my own source. So you can see how this can be really, really powerful to make sure you've got, a collection of sources with the most valuable information on the thing you're trying to learn. So this is summarizing across the sources, but you can actually also just click into a source, right, and get a summary. See, source guide, there's a summary for that. For that YouTube clip I just pulled in, that was a 15-minute YouTube clip. Um, you can see I didn't have to spend 15 minutes listening to that. I've got a high level summary of what it is, and I go, okay, is that valuable or not valuable? If it's not valuable, I could have removed it from the source. If it is valuable, I'll include it and I can chat to it. Okay. So you can see how that'd be really valuable. And a lot of the work, and it's not really much work at all, you can see how quickly I can add sources, is really just making sure you've got a good source base. And Notebook LM is really good at pulling in really valuable things. Okay. On the right side here, you can add notes here, so you can start to like make meaning of the stuff you're reading. If you're asking questions here and you want to note stuff down, right? How do business build and maintain quality? Let's just hit one of these questions, um, so you can see it come back. Some of the other things that it can generate on the right here, it can generate you a study guide based on the sources, a briefing document, an FAQ. So let me hit one of them. Let me generate an FAQ based on this. And this is all about understanding how you learn. So you might learn from an FAQ and yeah, question answer format. You might want to generate the study guide. Let me pull this open for you. Right. You can see, why is email marketing particularly effective for pest control companies? How can pest control companies build high quality email lists and ensure compliance? So this is pretty cool, right? Like it's generated that. Um, if you want a high level briefing document and a timeline. One thing it actually hasn't generated on this notebook right here is actually a mind map. So let me just dive back into a previous notebook I have, and it will make sense why the mind map wasn't there, because it depends on what you're trying to study. So let me click into this mind map. So this, I asked some questions around Alex Hormozi. Most people will be very familiar. He's like a business content guru. Pulled in some of his sources around scaling business through content. And based on that, it instantly was able to generate a mind map like this, right? So depending on your learning style, and how you research and learn and then implement, I love mind maps because it kind of give you a bird's eye view of the topic you're trying to learn. And so you can kind of really hone in on areas where you feel like you've got missing knowledge, right? So this is around Alex Hormozi's content and business strategy. Um, it's then broken this down into Alex Modi's overview, video content style, content creation strategy, five phases of content marketing, entrepreneurial success formula. So based on this, I can go, okay, bang, all right, I want to learn what are these five phases? Make something, post it. Make something and post it. Phase two, post something consistently, post reliably. Okay, these are interesting. What is it? And then you can click in, and then you kind of get back to where this kind of tip in on the mind map came. Where was that source? What was the question? And it comes back, right? So these mind maps, this capability, it's kind of one of my favorite things. It has a Notebook LM. It's just due to my learning style. I love to see things from top down approach. So let's dive back into the email marketing example, because I want to show you guys the audio that was generated. So all right, I'm going to stop there because that's a 20-minute clip. But essentially, it generates a bit of a small 20-minute podcast episode where essentially, kind of through conversation, through kind of like a podcasting style, will teach you the content within the source. We'll kind of go over the key data points, the key learnings, etc. But in a real casual style that's easy to listen to. So if you're someone that, likes to learn on the go or listen to something on the go, this is a great way. You can learn something that you're trying to learn based on sources that you kind of verified and trusted that you want to learn from. It's actually mind-boggling that this exists. Learning and research has changed forever with this tool. So, guys, coming on 10 minutes now, so I'm not going to go too much further. You can see here, this is super, super valuable. Any business owner, entrepreneur, content creator, student really should just be using this to, research things, learn things, and then implement things. There's a couple of, like I said, additional features here that you can see around timeline viewing stuff that I haven't clicked into. But dive into it, have a play around with it. Super valuable. Give it a go, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, share your thoughts. Until next time, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next video.